Yes, friends, we are currently in the modeling phase. In the modeling phase, the only thing we will do is lift this area using push-pull. Very simple. Look, we took our push-pull tool from here. We took this upwards. Our floor surface appears to be 2.93 meters. I will make it 3 meters, friends. I clicked 3 meters, and I double-click this part here. I double-click. And by double-clicking this part here, I align these to 3 meters. Friends, it automatically lifts it anyway. Look at this part cleanly. I have lifted it, friends. As you can see, a window will come in this part. We have slats in this part. Below we have a floor section. If you remember, I mentioned something at the beginning. I said that if you make a group or component when you do something, they won't mix with each other. Look, we select all of these. I have saved all the exterior walls as a Mac group. Since this part is a Mac group, I can go inside, make one of them a Mac component, and remove them all at once. Like this, friends. That's the specialty of the Mac component. Look, I drew one from here. Then I came back. I said Mac component. I said create. I pressed the Control key with move. I duplicated it from here to there. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, himself 8. It duplicated 8 from the keyboard as I initially wanted, friends. Look here now. The feature of the component was this. When I remove this, look, like this. There are groups below. We need to limit those groups. Let's do it like this. I went into the component and removed one. Friends, they will all be removed at once. Look, I came here and left it, as you can see, the slats like this. And we will use the round corner technique to soften the edges later on. Because being sharp like this has effects. Friends, because a sharp surface affects our render quality. That's why when we get to that part, I will show these sections. Look, this group was also a group. This is also a group. By drawing the lower ground, we will make the bottom part a group as well. Friends, these are the locations of our doors. As you can see here, going 2.20 from here, with the measuring tool over there, with our measuring tool. Going 2.20 from here, friends. We cut these parts with the square command. Then we will finish the process by adding our ready-made model here. Look, it automatically placed itself on the surface, but I deleted that part because I didn't want this surface to merge at this section, friends. Every time you do it, it will complete that surface because you are closing it again with your rectangle tool. And when you close it, that part gets marked again. Look, I deleted it again. To delete these guides, over there you say delete guide from edit, and you end up deleting the guides. Look, a section like this has been formed here. Now, creating the ground is again very simple, friends. To create the ground, you take the line command again. You start from here. You go all the way around, friends, like this, for a clean drawing. There are normally different cover methods, but I recommend you go around from here with the line. Let's do it this way. Look, now we're doing it like this. You come from here, like this. We will also use this later in the skirting part. You turn this reference line. From here, you came like this. And by coming from here, we close the bottom part. Friends, look, like this. Let it come. And close at this part here. As you can see, you select all of it like this. You turned it into a Mac group with a double click. Look, when you say hype for a part, it becomes like this. And in this part, when you say hype, you can see the identity of this part. Friends, there's a piece left here. Look, we can also delete this piece. For the sake of a clean drawing, I say unhide all from edit. We can merge the parts here in this section, because such a part should not remain under the door. Look, I can also merge from here to there. Let me also merge from here to there. Let me delete these parts as well, friends. We have also completed these parts here, including the lower parts of the door. As you can see, this is the process. When I take this part to the top and make a flooring on top, the flooring is automatic. It will appear, friends. Look, now, because this is a Mac group, I moved it here with the control I took. Friends, as you can see, and when I look at this part from below, let's do it like this. Look, if you want, lift this part upwards. Look, I lifted this part upwards. Friends, with the offset command, you gave 40 centimeters inward and left a 15 centimeter section like this. For hidden lighting, friends, it can be 12 centimeters or 10 centimeters. You left 10 centimeters. In this way, you have created a hidden lighting section. Look, here, this wall, the inside part will not be a reverse face. Having a reverse face means an inverted surface for us. By making this surface a reverse face, we have closed this area in this way. Friends, when you take this again, like this, when you place it here, the process is complete. Let's look from the inside, as you can see. This part hasn't fit perfectly, friends. This part should be here. Now our process is complete. Let's do it like this. I shifted the view with the eye icon, placed the camera at this camera position here, and turned around. I can look like this, friends. As you can see, we can pass the parts of the column smoothly again. As you can see, when we look like this, our process is complete. In these parts here, the section on spotlighting and continuing to explain discreetly will come, friends. There will also be our window section here.